I knew I have always wanted kids. And so as soon as we got married, okay, let's get into business. Let's get into it. And actually it took me a really long time to conceive my baby, actually 14 months with a miscarriage in between. So I really love this question because, like, you know, during this time trying to conceive it's not easy. It affects the mother's maternal health, and then not to mention, you know, when the baby is here. So yeah, I knew I wanted to have baby, and so like we tried, and then not happening, and then but the second one was actually came very, very quickly with the first try. So that was a relief, you know. Not every month you have to like look at the stick and see if there's 2 double lines there. Yeah, it was a journey just to conceive. It was difficult for sure, and I don't think other people can see it, but I was always really sad inside. I knew that probably for a few months. And I mean, I miscarried really early on, probably at 6-7 weeks mark. So it was still really early, but I knew, you know, when the moment I found out, oh, I was pregnant finally after, I think 7 months of trying. I was pregnant, I was so happy, overjoyed, but you know, also a little bit worried. But then the moment I knew, okay, this is not gonna happen, this is not gonna work. That emotional aspects of things, like nobody can understand except for yourself. And I don't even know how to even describe it to you, like that feeling. So it's really tough. And it took me a while to like talk myself out of it. Like, I'm okay, you know what, I'm still young, I can do it again. I'm okay, you know, I will try again. It's okay, Becky, it's okay. Like, so I have to keep telling myself. Otherwise, yeah, like even I tell my husband's like, don't worry, you're still young. Like he would say the same thing, but like, I think to him, he doesn't really completely understand. And so I think it's important for us to ask for support when you see the need. But for me, I knew that I just needed a little bit of time, and I think it still took me 1 or 2 months to really get out of that blues. You know, there are a wide range of emotions, especially in the first few months postpartum. Oh, should I be breastfeeding? You know, is it okay? Is the baby well? Why is the baby not sleeping? Why is the baby crying? So there are a wide range of emotions in the first couple of months postpartum. And sometimes we have to really think about and look at these symptoms. Is it postpartum depressions or postpartum anxiety? So symptoms such as, you know, you don't want to engage with the baby, and you don't want to care for yourself. Or the predominant emotions are sadness and anxiety, and in some cases where you wanted to hurt yourself or hurt the people around you. So definitely these are the times that we have to reach out for help. And I'll tell you a story of mine. I remember my baby was a few days old, and my husband would change his diaper, and I don't know why he would choose at the edge of the bed to change the diaper. I was a distance away watching them, and then all of a sudden I hear a thumble. I'm like, oh my gosh, like this image in my head, playing in my head. It's like, oh my God, the baby must have fell on the floor, must have hurt. And then I looked and they were actually fine. He was perfectly fine, but that image was stuck in my head and I could not stop crying for 2 hours. The tears just keep running out, like I could not even stop it. And so these are the things that you don't realize, like how difficult, how hard, and that hormone in you, and it's like, it's all out of rack. And so you just have to pay some attention to yourself and ask yourself, are you okay? And also I think, you know, I would like to take today's opportunities to, you know, tell husband and tell the loved ones around the mother to just communicate with the mom. Are you okay? How are you feeling? And so that they can both get support together when they do need help. And sometimes, like for my example, like I didn't know why I was crying 2 hours, like just running, keep running, and maybe I stop for a moment and then just keep going. Like, and then so like, I think these are the things that the mother herself is so new to everything, and I think having support around her and taking this opportunity today is like, you know, there are supports out there for you, you know, talk about it and don't be ashamed and feel guilty. You know, some moms that feel like, oh, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough for the baby. Oh, I feel ashamed that I feel like this. So don't be afraid to feel like this and talk about your feelings. I think that's what I really wanted to say. My husband, yeah, like he has always been very supportive, and I knew I can trust him with anything, of course. And so like I would always talk to him, and he's always been quite helpful and just like to talk to me. And so open communications is absolutely critical for anyone's mental health. I get that. I think you just need to protect yourself from the noises and everything outside, and really just speak with the person who you trust and you can be open about. And usually that would be the husband or maybe your own mother. And so I think that protecting yourself from listening to all these negativity, or maybe they mean well, I'm sure they mean well, but sometimes it can really affect you. And I think just being polite, or you know what, I want to just take a moment for myself and step away from that situation for a moment just for yourself, so then you can recruit and have a moment for yourself. And I think also maybe journaling it out would be really helpful for you to write out your emotions, how you feel. It's sometimes it could be hard for you to say it in words, but once you start writing, and I like journaling myself, and once you start writing about your emotions, and you'll realize, oh, you know, when you read back, oh, sometimes these are kind of silly feeling that I felt. And also reaching out for help, reaching out for communities, for other moms who are, who has a newborn or who has similar situation as you. I think asking for like how they went through this would be an eye-opening for you. Sometimes as a mother, sometimes you don't know what you don't know, so you're taking in information from everywhere. And so to a point where, okay, maybe it's information overloading, but at the same time, it's good to have a diverse background of knowing what's going on, but then at the same time journaling out, so then you know, okay, this is good. You know, I'm not feeling guilty. I'm not feeling shameful. This is this is who I am. I'm doing the best. I am the best mother for my baby. I'm strong. I know I can do this. I know I can do better. And so like once you have that affirmation for yourself, like I'm doing well. I'm doing well. You will feel stronger. You're gonna feel better mentally. I think I was surprised by myself. Like, oh, you know, this can actually happen. And so I did pay some attention to myself of what's going on inside of me and what I'm thinking. I mean, there was also another point where like I had 2 dogs at that time, and you know, dogs, they see whatever, they bark, right? They go to the window and they see a person, they bark. And then you know, every time they bark, I would be afraid that my baby would wake up from a nap. I'm like, then I have to start over again, put her. So I even had this extreme thought, what if my dogs are not here? Right? Like it was just, you know, sometimes these thoughts, they just come and go and you can't control them. And so then I'm like, oh my God, like how come I have thoughts like that? So paying attention to yourself and sometimes you just can make sense out of it. And I think, again, going back to like communicating, reaching out for support would be very helpful. And I think eventually times will tell, and times will help you to come out of it as your baby get older. And we will talk about physical activities and maybe going out to places. I think those will be very helpful for the mom too.